for goths and misanthropes.
Hey, hang on there, Slick. What are you doing interrupting my me time?
Whoa, come on, this guy is the monster the mayor was freaking out about?
Who are you calling a monster? What's your problem? Why do you need to pick a fight? I'm busy thinking up new pranks and stuff. It's not easy either. Now get lost. Of course you guys won't. No way you ninnies go away quietly, am I right? Well, alright then, Slick. Fine, yes, I turned the villagers into pigs. Big deal.
Big deal? You stink, mister! What'd you want to turn them into pigs anyway?
Well, you know they're also depressing and boring and dim-witted all the time. So instead of wallowing in gloom, I figured they might as well wallow in mud. Ha! Now they're pigs, get it? Isn't that just so perfect? It's like irony! Or something. So what? You got a problem with that? I guess you do, so let's play, Slick.
So this guy's kinda just weird. He's one of those absolutely, completely new, inventive, random identities that they just made, and this is what made Paper Mario so glorious, and this is what gave it all the life that it used to have. So the modern Paper Marios kinda just take existing entities within the Mario universe. Like, oh, there's another Piranha Plant. There's another Chan-Chomp. There's another Toad. There's another Goomba. It's not very interesting. But, like, look at that! I get hit by the stage light and he fucking laughs. He's a completely new, individualistic, absolutely brand new identity.
I guess I'll get down and play dirty if you're gonna play like that.
Oh, that was a little bit late. Holy shit. Yeah, but this is what I miss about Paper Mario. This is what Paper Mario used to be. And nobody understands that when they play the modern games. They're like, I don't see why people are complaining about this shit, and then they actually play the series, and they get an idea of what the series is known for, and where its notoriety and its inspirational basis comes from, and then they're like, oh my god, these games lost all vibrancy, they lost all essence of life. Like, now they're just not enjoyable because it feels like all the identity and the love is sapped out of it. Like, it feels janed, like it feels like a shell of its former self. It's just like these old Paper Mario games are so creative, and like I said, they're just vibrant as shit. There's nothing quite like them. The closest thing I can think of is the prequel and predecessor to Paper Mario, and that's Super Mario RPG. And I didn't even get to play that for like the longest time. And I really do feel as if it's what gives the series its authenticity and its love. And there's a reason that these games have so much notoriety. Like, there's a reason that the series is considered one of the most peak RPGs ever crafted of all time. This new orchestration is great as well. This is what I was talking about. I love all the little elements that they shoved into it. It's so cool. Now, like, some people may find turn-based combat boring, and yeah, it does get a little bit repetitive, it gets a little bit bland, but the thing is being able to think ahead and outwit your opponents and use your resources to your advantage is kind of what turn-based RPGs is all about.
Time to regroup here. So you think you're a couple of heavies, huh? Well then, my dear friends, if you thought changing folks into pigs was impressive, then you're gonna love this. I've got something very special for you here. How do you like them apples? Now that's magic, people! Now you're fighting yourself! I'm a dang genius!
Well, luckily my stupid moves are a hell of a lot easier to block, so you kinda made a mistake there, Dumpy. Oh shit. That dizzied my Yoshi, shit. Whoops. I love his dizzy animation though, that sprite is fucking adorable. That's something I really like. I think it brings a lot of quirk and uniqueness to the characters, having all these little witty animations made. I think that's fucking awesome. Okay, so this still has the potential to land, it's just probably gonna miss. I really should be super guarding that, but I don't know if I have the skill to be able to do it yet. I don't even have the skill to land an action command for a spin jump, holy shit. We might be doomed here. Nah, just kidding, this fucko's going down. So it's never really explicitly mentioned exactly what this character is. But he is weird. Damn, that hurt like shit. Fuck. I definitely messed that up. I thought he was gonna jump again, and then by the time I noticed that he hadn't jumped, it was already too late. I already did my preemptive block.
Hold on. What? What? Huh? You beat me?
I also just noticed that all the boss fights have their own unique themes. That's super cool. They have their own little unique exits. You got a crystal star. So marks the end of Chapter 4. Kind of a short one. Mario defeated the Scourge of Creepy Steeple and found the 4th Crystal Star. The people of Twilight Town have surely recovered from their awful curse by now. At this rate, Mario's quest to collect all 7 Crystal Stars will be done in no time. With this back to Creepy Steeple, Mario sets out toward his bright future.
That's it? That's all you got? Man, this guy was a fucking wimp! That wasn't even fair! Well, who cares, right? We got the crystal star, so let's get out of here.
Yeah, I got you guys in the first half, didn't I? You fucking thought it was over, didn't you? Yeah, welcome to the second half of Chapter 4. So now we are Shadow Mario. And this is a really awesome fucking concept. I love this shit. This is what gives Chapter 4 pretty much all of its identity. It's so cool what they do here with this chapter thematically. I think it's freaking amazing. Like, again, I know I keep saying it, but I cannot sing this game's praise enough. Like, this shit is just so unique and so cool. And it's implemented in such an organic way. And again, it gives so much vibrancy to the game. It gives it so much constructive, creative life.
Yes. This time we'll take that Mario and get his map. With this super bomb here, there's no way we can fail. No, not likely. Vivian, hand me that glorious super bomb. Huh? Vivian, don't you dare. Does that mean what I think it does? I never had it. You were holding it just 2 seconds ago. You said it was too important to trust me with. Oh, you terrible liar! Stop making up stories to cover for yourself. If I don't have it, then obviously you must have it, and obviously you lost it. Or are you trying to imply that I lost it, you little lollygagging worm?
No. Of course not, Belden.
Well, we can't do much without it now, can we? Oh, you are such an idiot! Very well. I'm sure you must have dropped it around here somewhere. So why don't you look for it while Marilyn and I go take a well-earned siesta? And if you don't find it, well, you know what'll happen, don't you?
I get punished?
That's right, you little twit, so get cracking!
Come, Marilyn, let's leave this useless little fool to her chore.
Uh-huh.
So, this game, wanting to go into this chapter a little bit, this chapter, I don't know if I said it before, but this chapter resonates with me in a lot of ways. And I'll get in them a little bit later, not to be political or anything, because I usually try to avoid the subject, but I do kind of want to go into the dynamic of this chapter and what makes it so personal and what makes it so good. There's a reason that this chapter is sang so highly, even amongst all the other chapters in the game. Oh yeah, we are also now fighting by our lonesome, so that's kind of the scary part here. And this is also why I brought the earthquakes, because I remember this. But now they're not dead. And that's bad. Okay, I was able to block that, and that woke me up, so I'm thankful for that. Okay, if I do a super hammer, and I happen to hit them... I was gonna say, hopefully that would kill them both, but I don't know if it will or not. I was kinda hoping that one would be a 2. Yeah, I was gonna say, they do have a habit of running away, though, so likelihood is that it's just gonna run away and throw the match for me. So yeah, like I said, I think this chapter is really unique. It's very cool. It does a lot of cool concepts, and this is one of them. In fact, it's the biggest crux of what makes this chapter work as well as it does. And it's so fucking awesome. And we actually get a very unlikely ally this chapter, and that's the other thing that makes it so fucking good. And like I was saying before, it's kind of what gives the game a lot of its dynamic. And we should be okay here, I think. If I do a spin jump, I should be able to kill this crazy daisy, and we should be alright. Because this thing is gonna charge, and if I can kill it in one turn, like I think I can, we should be okay. And if I can't kill it in one turn, we're gonna have to hopefully super guard it. Alternatively, I could use the boo sheet, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm going to need to. Shit. Okay. Oh? Ha! Amazing. Thanks, nature! Hell yeah. Thumbs up for eco-activism. Fuck yes. We take those. Holy shit. Game took pity on me. Take that, you crazy bitch. Oh, you know what? This fight is actually gonna suck quite a bit of balls. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't have an easy way out of this. Even if I use that, I don't have an easy way out of this. Okay, I do want the experience. Oh, they have 2 Thunder Rages. Oh, that's not good. Oh man, I couldn't afford to get hit with that. Oh shit, no, I'm asleep. It's okay, the Thunder Rage should wake me up. Yeah, okay, that did wake me up, thank god. Alright. Okay, you guys need to fucking die. Y'all need to get the fuck out of here. This is kind of why I was talking about why this chapter is so dangerous for people with low HP threshold. But like I said, I always play this game the same way, so I should have the kind of strats to be able to get through here without too much of an oppositional issue. But I think, that being said, I think my next, like, 2 investments are going to be HP, and then after that I'll probably stop leveling up HP, because I'm not going to need any more than 25 or so. And a lot of people in this game run Danger Mario, and Danger Mario is actually really safe to run in this game, compared to the first one. Because they give you strats and, like, consistency to be able to get past everything in this one. They don't really do that in the other ones. Or in the other one, should I say. Oh, Quake Hammer only does 1 on these fuckers? Oh, wow. I thought Quake Hammer would have done a lot more. Okay, so maybe Quake Hammer is only really useful if I have the upgrade. If I have the power upgrade. Okay, so there's 1 note. I didn't notice that before. Alright. There's one single note that comes out that I gotta be aware of. That's also the reason I use the Fortune Teller. So the Fortune Teller, the little buff she gives you to your attack power, actually stacks with Power Lift. So if you're fighting a boss and you just happen to get both, you can basically say bye-bye to the boss, and the boss just dies. Like, it literally just folds and collapses and fucking becomes wet tissue paper. So I'm still a little bit curious about that pipe back in Twilight Town. I wonder what the fuck that was for. Maybe the pipe manifests in Creepy Steeple later? But I didn't see any weird room that I hadn't seen before. I didn't see a secret passage in the underground. It's kinda interesting. I thought for sure if they were gonna put a new shortcut, they would have put it past Twilight Trail. But I could be wrong about that. Okay, this might actually be bad, so I'm gonna run away from this fight. I don't really have the means to be able to deal with that kind of threat right now. And it's only because they're flying. If they weren't flying, it wouldn't be bad, but because they're flying, it's terrible. If they were on the ground, I could use my ruins and everything.
Hey, what's up, Slick? Been waiting for you. Yeah, you're Mario, right? What a great name. And I really dig this body, too. Man, I can jump now. And hey, you're so popular around here, I got mobbed. I just love being you. Yeah, it's so cool, I don't think I ever want to stop. So you figured it out by now, right, Slick? Your body and name belong to me now. See, I've got the power to change my shape into anyone I want. Comes in handy. But to really be someone, I need to take their name and body, too. Which means you turn into a shadow and can't use your name. Tough break, Slick. That's not enough either. I aim to erase you for good. I guess it'd be unsporting to ruin you without a challenge, so I'll give you one chance. If you guess my real name, then I'll give you back your name and body. What do you say, Slick? This'll be fun, right? Now guess! What's my name? Hit me with your best shot.
So we actually don't know what his name is right now.
Wrong-amundo, little nobody. Who'd name their kid that? Prepare for doom, Slick. And don't even think about running from battle here. No running!
So hintity hint hint, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna run like a pansy.
You're not thinking about running away, are you? You'd better not be.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out the field! So we don't even have to tap the button for this one, it's just gonna give us a guaranteed run, because there's no way we can beat him right now.
Aww, that's no fun.
That's weird, we actually didn't meet this character yet. So she's actually the mother of 3 boys. That's weird that she's out here, though. The curse has been lifted since Mario beat that bad ghost. Ah, that perfect red cap. Those scuffed blue overalls, he's the absolute best. Why don't you do something about your appearance and spiff up like Mario, huh? God, are you really that down bad for me? Holy shit, okay. You know, I'm not really into chubby bitches, but I bet you make a great stew. I mean, probably. Maybe a nice gumbo. I'm just saying, the superheroing gets really tiring, you know? What'll I do? Poor me. I'm looking for something very important. If I don't find it, my sister's going to punish me again. Should be around here somewhere, but I just can't find it. I found the star piece! I mean, it's certainly not what the fuck you're looking for, but it's nice for me. So yeah, we have to help Vivian find her super bomb. And this is where the chapter gets really cool, like I was saying before. Here it is. Won't Vivian be punished if she doesn't find this? What? You found it? Oh, thank you so much. Thank goodness, at least I won't get punished now. Oh no! It's broken! Must have broken when my sister dropped it. What'll I do? Why does everything have to go wrong all the time? Don't even bother trying. It's really busted. What'll I do now, huh? My sisters will be back any minute now. But I do appreciate your offer. Thank you. Hey, wait just a second. What's your name anyway? Won't you tell me? What? I can't hear you. Your name was stolen? I see. Well, I guess that happens from time to time. Wait, no it doesn't? Your name was stolen? That's... well, I'm not sure what to call that kind of problem. Which fits, I guess. Gee whiz, you have way worse problems than I do. And you were worried about me that whole time? That's so kind. Alright, that's it. I'm going to help you get back your name, and your body, and your friends. Hey, that's okay, don't worry about my problems. I'm not sure I really want to stay with my sisters anymore anyway. We aren't very happy together. Truth is, it took me a while to realize I was their sister, not their brother. Now their visual bullying feels heavier. I also feel like I need to repay your earlier kindness. That's the right thing to do. So, here we go. Vivian has joined your party. So, this is where the chapter gets a lot of its identity from. This character is so fucking cool, and I can't even begin to go into the depths of why this character is so good, and why this chapter is so good, and why this game is so good. So, Vivian obviously is your enemy turned unlikely ally, and Vivian suffers a lot of abuse at the hands of her sisters. And as you could see, Vivian is traumatized by her sisters and constantly demonized and really heavily bullied. And you've heard it said before that Beldam doesn't really consider Vivian a sister at all. I guess we need to find out that ghost's real name first, huh? That'll be a start. Now, how are we going to get that kind of information? Oh hey, I have sort of an idea. Birds pretend to be innocent with people around. But they're actually really well informed from all that flying and eavesdropping. With my power, we can hide in the shadows so you can listen in on their conversations without them knowing. So in addition to villagers, let's also try to get some info from the local birds. That's the least I could do for you with my powers. So as I was saying, Vivian is a very tragic character, and there's a reason that Vivian's death is so good, and this is where the politics come into play. Now, normally I don't like to bring this up because it's not a very good topic of conversation, and it can be a very touchy subject for a lot of people. But for a lot of people that don't know, I'm trans myself. This character, in the original Japanese release, is a boy, trans female. So Vivian is a trans femme from a male character to a female character, depicted and adopted from a male presence to a female one. And that's a very touchy concept for people, especially overseas. And localization-wise, they weren't entirely too sure on how well Americans would be able to perceive that sort of concept. So not only do I have a very big connection to Vivian as a character, but also it's more than just a fucking blatant political, attention grab. It's more than just, oh hey, look at our fucking LGBT represented character. Aren't we cool now? Aren't we hip? Aren't we with the trend? Aren't we with the fad? It's like, no, Vivian actually has depth. And it's fucking great. It's so much more than just a blatant fucking political grab or a use of something empty for nothing. And it's so cool to see in a video game this old. Hey Maud, listen to this. Ronnie, my oldest, is taking his SATs this year. Oh, is little Ronnie that age already? Well, bless my feathers, Flo. I don't care about your kid's grades, but yeah, that's what makes Vivian so fucking cool. So not only do we get one of our biggest nemesis that reappears throughout the course of the game, but, they also have a very rockin' identity that's very well adopted and adapted. So that Mario guy meeting with the mayor, he's actually the bad guy, right? Nobody even knows. Humans are so dumb it makes me want to pick their noses. The only soul that knows the bad guy's name is locked onto a creepy steeple, I hear. It's obvious that saying his real name is his one weakness. So I wonder how all this is going to end up then. So yeah, Vivian is a very tragic character to me, and I've always resonated with Vivian quite a bit in terms of that, and I thought it was a really cool concept. And this game, for those who don't know, originally released in the year of 2004. I don't know why I wanted to say 2024, fucking idiot. So this game originally came out in 2004, so for them to do something that visionary that early on in time when there wasn't really a big demand for it, and companies weren't pining for acceptance and blanket terminology and fucking wanting to do all this pandering SJW stupid political alignment bullshit, this character is just fucking amazing. I love this fucking character. I love this fucking game. This character is so well done. And this is something that I've wanted to delve into in the remake because it's not as apparent in the GameCube version, is that they make way more of a detail to harass the fuck out of Vivian specifically. They target Vivian so much and make her feel like a victim. So when she was saying that it took a while for her to acknowledge that she was their sister and not their brother, it goes in line with the whole trans femme theme. And it's fucking cool to see. And I don't really think I need to go into any more detail about why it's so good, but it's amazing development. It's such a good character, it's such a good concept, it's such a good game, it's such a good chapter. And I've never gotten quite over it, and I think that this might sound a little bit corny to say, as much as I love this game, and as much as I am in love with this game, but Vivian's character was kind of the cruxes and kind of the defining factor that helped me realize that I was trans myself. And like I said, it's a very touchy subject for some people, and a lot of people are not going to understand it. And a lot of people are going to be like, how can you relate to a video game character? How can you relate to this kind of thing? But the representation is so organically well done, and I didn't know what to call it at the time, because I wasn't learned enough in the ways of the world, and I didn't have enough social dynamic and ability to gauge how people would receive or treat that kind of a touchy subject, you know? So I had a very difficult time trying to find the right time to come out to my family members and friends and stuff like that. And all of my friends, of course, accepted me unconditionally without any sort of question. A lot of my family thought I was gay originally. And I was like, no, I'm not gay, I like girls. And they're like, okay, well, like, if you like girls, why are you dressing like this, blah, blah, blah. It's gotta be something deeper than that. And it's just because my alignment in terms of physicality and the way that I take care of myself and my hygiene and my upkeep and my maintenance and my personality, I've always found that I've aligned myself with the female gender, and I've related a lot more to femininity and tropes and traits of femininity than I have of masculinity. Like, I don't like body hair, I don't like smelling like a lumberjack, I don't want to be able to hoist trees in the air and shit like that, I don't want to lift crazy weights, I don't want to do any sort of that kind of shit. So it's just, I've always been very... I don't know how to put this without making it sexual, so I'm sorry about this, but I've always had more of a subservient alignment rather than a dominative one. And I don't know if that's because I'm trans, or I choose to identify myself that way, or how that exactly came about, but there's a lot of things about this character that helped me come to terms with a lot of personal inner demons and stuff like that, and the fact that a video game, to me, has that much power just goes to show how good of a product is, and how ahead of its time this game truly was. And it's not like the game isn't incredible outside of that factor. It's not like this game is highly praised for that one factor. It's that this whole game is great, and it just serves as a supporting construct as to what makes the game so fucking good on top of it. And I forgot he's invisible. So, I relate a lot to this chapter, and I also think subconsciously that also in and of itself is the reason that I designed my Jiangxi the way I did. And the reason that I gave it the cosmetic appeal, as I was talking about before with the color scheme, I did. So this chapter resonates a lot with me. I love it to death. I love this game to death. This character is fucking amazing. And this character deserves all the love and respect in the world. Like, the fact that the sole existence of this one character helped me to come to terms with who I am as a person is just, it's really powerful shit to me. And I can't help but think it sounds corny to a lot of people, and it probably is a little bit cringy, understandably, but I don't know. Like, I'm never gonna get over Vivian. I'm never gonna not love this character. When I think about my identity and the way that I present myself in real life, because I do wear dresses, I do wear stockings, and I do wear, you know, leggings and stuff like that, because I choose a more feminine appearance, I'm never gonna not relate to this character. I'm never gonna not think about this character when I go about my day-to-day cosmetic life. And it's really cool to have some form of identification that doesn't feel like it's a handout, or a pander, or a, hey look, we're cool too, we're part of the LGBT shit, like, card, you know? And it's just, it's awesome to know that this has been here the whole time. Just waiting for me, like, this has been here. And it took me a while to recognize it, and it's just, it gives the game so much life for me. And it's an aspect of it that I'm never not going to appreciate. And again, that's why this chapter is so good, that's why this character is so good. And I do also think that it's part of the reason that this game gets the praise that it does. So that being said, the chapter isn't quite over. It's a bit far from over, if I'm being honest, if I'm being totally honest. So we have to head back to the creepy steeple, we have to go do something so we can attain his name, and then we have to go back and confront him. And then when we call him by his real name, he'll run off, and then we have to go back to creepy steeple to confront him. And the end of this chapter is another really cool dynamic, and I can't wait to get into that when we reach it, but I'm not going to spoil anything for those who haven't seen. Because, like I said, I've played this game a million times over. I know the game practically by heart. It's kind of hard for me not to, and there's a reason that I remember so many weird, quirky details about it. Because growing up, like I said, this game was a very big part of my life, and it's one of my favorite RPGs ever made, period. It's such a cool fucking game. And again, I am giving away a copy of this game, so if you like the game, if you're digging the narrative so far, if you like turn-based combat and stuff, especially for those of you on YouTube, leave me a comment, tell me how you're liking the playthrough, tell me what you like about the game, like, what characters you like, what cosmetic appeal, like, what music you like, what dynamically appeals to you, like, why you appreciate the game, like, do you have any memories with it? And just leave me a comment and I'll give you a number so you can win yourself a copy, because I do have 2 copies of this game to give away. Number 1, because I really wanted to give back to my community, because I think they're an awesome bunch of people for willing to come and spend their time with me so often as they do, and I wanted to help boost the sales of this game artificially in any way that I could. Because the way I see it, the better this game does in terms of metrics and sales, the more likely we're aimed to return to this Paper Mario formula, which I do believe is the superior Paper Mario formula. And I know a lot of people will go at my throat for saying that, and that's fair enough, because people can like what they like. But I think cosmetically, Origami King was really brilliant. I think it did a lot of really cool things, and it had a lot of really cool concepts, and it had a lot of life to it, but it just didn't have the same combat dynamic that I would have liked from the game. But I did really enjoy the boss fights of it. I thought they were very unique.